This season may well be remembered as the summer of controversy, and it seems from this episode that the summer hasn't yet finished.
Kick away, that's close. That time he's got him, playing back. The Indian captain, not happy, saying that he may have hit that. What's going on? He's saying, please, what a tour. Gavaskar suggesting that he got a thick edge onto that delivery. The man who's walked so often this series, very annoyed with that decision. Pleading with Dennis Lillee, asking that he hit that ball. Let's have a look at it on replay.
Well, it's a very upset Gavaskar. That ball keeping low. He was very determined about the fact, or very definite about the fact that he had hit it. And it's an annoyed man, and he's still not prepared to leave the ground.
And wow, what a sensation, Ian. Cutting in there, he's taking his opening bat off with him. Does that mean he's declared? Or conceded the match? Surely not. Have a rethink, Sunil. When he gets into the calm of the dressing room, I'm quite sure that his teammates will come back, but he's a very, very annoyed captain. An LBW decision, the Australian players in a circle. The Indians captain taking his partner off the field.
Well, let's also remember that now takes Dennis Lillee to 248 wickets. And I think we've got the wing commander, the manager, wing commander, and he is telling Chauhan to stay there and sending Ben Sarkar out. So that's a good move there on behalf of the manager of the Indian side, and it's a very upset Gavaskar who leaves the ground.
We're going to have a listen with our audio full up in this defensive prod. I couldn't really tell, to be quite honest, but certainly I'd take Gavaskar's word that he thought he hit that ball.
I agreed with the umpiring decision. It was the first time in the series that Sunil had made runs. He'd had a fairly disappointing series for himself, and I think a very frustrating series. I think he believed that he had a number of decisions that were indifferent, and he believed on this occasion that the decision was wrong. The way he indicated with the bat was that he felt that he'd hit the ball before it made contact with his pads. I was in a difficult position at first slip to tell whether he'd made contact, but instinct tells you when some things are more likely to happen than not. I felt that it was unlikely that he'd made contact with the bat first, but it wasn't my position to give the decision. The umpire had given the decision. Sunil was very disappointed, I think frustrated, because of low scores throughout the series. The first time he looked like playing well and doing something for his team, he was nipped in the bud, in his opinion. And I think the frustration of it all just built up, and he snapped.
I wasn't out then, and I don't think it makes a difference now, because it was a thick inside edge onto the pads. But I now know, looking back now, that I shouldn't have done what I did, because I just got excited. Again, let me say, I got excited about the fact that it was a bad decision. I was walking off by myself, angry, but only after I'd gone about 15-20 yards towards the pavilion, and when one of the Australian fielders said something very typically Australian, let me say, that I got back to Chetan Chauhan, who was a non-striker, and asked him to. I think up until that particular moment when I was called some names, I think I would have just gone into the pavilion, broken a bat or something, but that's the worst I could have done. Not what I actually tried to do after I heard that and lost my head.